My plan is to make 2 timelines. One timeline is from my experiences with technology. The other timeline is about the companies that are relevant to my memories of technology. So I put these 2 timelines into Google Docs. So I want to export these as CSV files. Download as, I could do Excel, but I just want it to be CSV. Okay. And then I go to my other tab. Download as CSV, comma, separated values. This means I can read it into R or Python. So I go to Finder, I go in my downloads, and I'm going to move them to my desktop because my desktop usually has less things on it, so it's easier to keep track of files on my desktop. So I'm starting R. I want to go to miscellaneous, change my working directory to my desktop. So desktop, and then I push open, and now I can say, oh, I made those, oh, those titles are really long. That's gonna be awful. Okay, here, let's rename these. That will help. Rename to company's timeline. So I want to read these into R as data frames. Company's timeline. I want that to be read.csv. This reads in that file. Companies space dot CSV. I don't know if that's a problem, the space. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it looks like. This is a small data frame, so it shouldn't be a big deal to just print it. So there it is. Let's see if it's there. My descriptions are a lot longer, so it doesn't look very pretty, but it is also there. These ones were these are probably better descriptions. I should have made my description shorter from mine. So I don't know if I'm going to use R or Python, which seems like poor planning, but I'll just go ahead and videotape me importing those CSV files into Python. And I use Anaconda for this. Okay, so this is Spider. You can ignore this. This is a file that I made earlier. And for some reason, Spider always opens a file. It never just opens something empty for me. Maybe if I saved an empty file it would. But I'm going to work on the command line anyway, so over here is where I'm doing things. So the first thing you want to do is import pandas, because that is how you work with data frames in Python. So we're going to import pandas and we're going to call it PD. So in R, I know how to reset the directory. I think in Python I do it over here, but it doesn't seem to work as nicely. So I want it to be the desktop. It looks like it already is. So my working directory is a desktop, I think. My timeline equals, this comes from the pandas library, so I go pd.read underscore CSV. And then I want to say, I can say dot slash because I'm in the desktop, because that's my directory I'm in, at least I think I'm in. I feel like R is easier for this part. So my timeline dot CSV. So that worked. Okay. So where the dot is, that implies all this. Sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't, and I'm not really sure why. My timeline. That actually looks a lot prettier, at least in the console, than it did in R. Yeah, so there it is. That's how you upload them. Now I need to go learn how to turn this into a timeline.